how many hearing dates we'll have, and my mom said most likely I can go with her, and I'll be 30 years old by the time I get out. Anyways, I'm not at risk of any danger to myself or anybody. All these days, places I've been to, I'm perfectly fine. I have no tickets. And the thing that I got released for 8 months, I'm doing 4 years for now. And the two violations that I got arrested for, misdemeanors. One of them, police gave me promise to appear, $100 bond. And the other one, there was not even no touching. So like, and I'm doing 4 years for the things that I got dismissed, that I got violated for. I have no behavioral tickets that I've been in here. So far, I'm gonna get the group that you guys were talking about before before the June day. And even if you guys don't grant me, this is my first.
You are trash, Lindsay. You are trash.
Whoa, anyone else out of breath just listening to that? I mean, man, these Gen Zers, they are just something else. But okay, well, we're about to watch another wacky Connecticut parole hearing. And as I say, be careful when drinking the water out there, because something happens. Now, he does have quite a long record, but I have to admit, when I first saw him show up, without looking at Sir Richard's spreadsheet, I just saw him come up on the screen, and I saw two of the necklaces that we sadly have to nickname the Chomo necklace, because almost without exception, except today and maybe one other time, that's what they wear. They wear it as sadly a tool of manipulation, or they think it is. And when I saw two around his neck, I said, oh my God, what is he in for? But I'm happy to tell you it's not those type of crimes related. It's really just a lot of assault. And one might say, is there something else going on here? But we'll find out, and I'll unpack it with whatever details we have at the
Furkan E DOC 414011.
Thank you. This hearing is being conducted in consideration of the parole application for Furkan E DOC, number 414011. He is serving a sentence of 5 years, execution suspended after 4 years, and 5 years probation for assault second and interfering with an officer. As of today, records reflect a parole eligibility date of 6/24 of 25. There is no victim input in this case. There is an offender accountability plan for the offender. It has been reviewed and shows that the offender has not completed any programs. Utilizing the statewide collaborative offender risk evaluation system, the offender's overall score falls within the high range risk for recidivism. Mr. Akinci, this is your opportunity to express to the board why you believe you should be granted parole. You may begin.
Before my 4-year sentence, I went to a JRI program, and I completed, and I got released to my dad's house. And then I got violated on a low, tiny misdemeanor bond, such as like $100. And police gave me promise to appear. And the other one was another low misdemeanor bond that there was not even no touching that I got arrested for. And before the 4-year sentence, they dismissed everything except the original charge that I got released from a JRI program that I'm doing 4 years for right now. And so far, I have no tickets, no behavioral tickets whatsoever. And my parole day, my eligible parole day is 6 months from now. And I talked to the counselor to put me in a program. So I'm gonna hopefully get a completion of a program before how many hearing dates we'll have. And my mom said most likely I can go with her, and I'll be 30 years old by the time I get out. Anyways, I'm not at risk of any danger to myself or anybody. All these days, places I've been to, I'm perfectly fine. I have no tickets. And the thing that I got released for 8 months, I'm doing 4 years for now. And the two violations that I got arrested for, misdemeanors. One of them, police gave me promise to appear, $100 bond. And the other one, there was not even no touching. So like, and I'm doing 4 years for the things that I got dismissed, that I got violated for. I have no behavioral tickets that I've been here. So far, I'm gonna get the group that you guys were talking about before before the June day. And even if you guys don't grant me, this is my first time being sentenced on a parole thing. And I'll be free within 3 months anyways for good time that I'm getting 4 days each month. So I'll be free 3 months after my parole day on my own anyways if you guys don't grant it to me. I don't know what else to say. Like, I'm perfectly fine. Like, I don't know.
Okay. So, Mr. Akinci, I appreciate all that you provided us, all that information and why you think you're suitable for parole. We're going to be asking you some questions.
Okay.
And then we will deliberate and give you our decision. So
Okay.
So let's start with, so you're charged with assault second and interference with an officer. You got in a physical fight with your brother.
Yes.
Is that right? Were you using alcohol or marijuana at the time?
No, I was perfectly sober, and I'm perfectly sober. There was, my mom sent me the keys to the house. The house is completely empty all those days. Like, the doors are locked. My brother doesn't even have the keys to the house. My brother lives in a different location, and I've been there for like 20, 30 days. They just come for boredom or just to, just like, I don't know, they're older than me. So like, and I got mad for it. And there's no blood, empty hits. I'll stop there. No bruise on his face, no blood, nothing deadly. Nothing deadly.
Okay, let me ask another question. So they charged you with assault second. They said the police report says that you had a box cutter and you slashed his arm and that you hit him with a big stick. Do you recall doing that?
No, I never hit anybody with nothing. He jumped to the neighbor's yard and I just threw, but it didn't hit him. Like, it didn't touch the wood on the ground, and there's not, like, he's too far. It didn't even touch him whatsoever.
Okay, how did he get cut then?
I don't know. Maybe once he jumped, like, he was walking, he was perfectly fine. But no bruise, no blood, nothing. Just simple, empty hits. If I wanted to hit him, I would have broke his nose or something. Like a simple assault or misdemeanor. And the police comes. I'm start swearing because I'm being arrested for my own residence. Like, the house is empty. The house empty all those days.
Mr. Akinci, let's kind of. I need you to settle down just a little bit, okay?
Yeah, I'm just trying to clear myself to you guys.
I understand you're you want to get your point across, and we're going to let you do that. Don't worry about that. But we do need to ask some questions, so we can make a determination about how today's session should end, today's hearing. All right. So I understand that you dispute hitting your brother with a stick and slashing his arm. You do have a history, though, of getting into arguments with your family. Is that correct?
Just simple. Like, they just made it a habit of calling the police on simple things. Like, out of a couple of days, maybe in a 1 minute situation, they call the police and I get arrested. Like, and nobody's hurt. Everybody's okay. The first time the police come to arrest me and they're home all laughing at me, like some stupid stuff.
So, but you also are charged with interfering. Did you lock yourself in the house when the police were there and refused to come out?
I'm inside the house. The door's open the whole time, and then the police tell me to step outside. I open the door, and I guess they can't come inside the house until I step outside on my own. And then they had to get a warrant, whoever they called, and then they came in 10 minutes later. And no drugs on me, no weapon, and only my clothes are in the house. Like all those days I've been in the house, I went outside buying a guy to the stores. Nothing happens, but my brother comes out of boredom and locks the door, so I get mad, naturally angered, and he calls the police on me. Nobody's hurt, nobody's bleeding. Everybody's okay since this whole time I've been here. Okay, let me move on now.
So now you've been incarcerated for a little bit. You've been participating in some mental health treatment. Is that right?
No, I'm gonna attend a group before my last final parole date or whatever. I'm waiting to be in a group so I can get one completion. I don't know how this parole thing exactly works, but
okay, all right.
This
so
is the first one, right?
I want to stop you for a second. So you haven't taken any programs, but the only thing you have is voices and to get a job. Is that right?
Excuse me, say it again. I didn't hear you.
Did they talk to you about taking the Voices program?
What is that?
It's a program about how you manage and feel about the victims and understand the harm to victims.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know. I'm waiting
Okay.
for well, I never heard anything about that yet.
Okay, all right. So, Mr. Kinsey, I'd like to talk to you a little bit more in detail about your mental health needs. So we're going to go into executive session for that. So I need you to just hold on for a couple of minutes, because right now we're live streaming and we're going to go into a private setting.
Okay.
Okay, so you sit tight for a second.
Do you need to make a motion for that? or-
Yes, so I'm good, thank you. So I'll make a motion that we go into executive session. Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay.
And I just wanted to say
So,
one more
Matt-
thing, if it's
Yeah,
possible.
Mr. Kinsey, hold on, because we're gonna disconnect and go back on, and then we'll talk a little bit more freely, because I do want to ask you a few specific questions,
Yes.
okay?
This person.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think we need to control lots.
Mr. Kinsey, could you ask the officer to come in the room for a moment?
In here?
Yes.
Yes, please.
They want you to come here for a second. I don't know why, but.
Hello.
Hello.
Morning.
Good morning. The board would like to go into executive session, to speak with him for a few minutes. So I'm going to disconnect you and then call you back on a new call off the live stream in just a moment. So when that pop-up comes, if you can just hit accept, press accept to join that call.
Okay, will do.
Thank you.
See Dr. Walker come in. Probably could have skipped executive session.
Right now.
I hear you.
We are now back on the record in the case of Furkan E DOC, number 414-011. Madam Chair.
Thank you. So, Mr. Kinsey, I want to talk to you just lastly about your release plan. So you told the parole officer that basically you're homeless, so you need help with a halfway house?
No, I did not say I was homeless.
Okay, do you want to go to a halfway house then? Is that what you want to do?
My main goal is I just wanted to hear if you guys are gonna release me on my own, or else I'm gonna be free on my own within 3 months anyways, after the June parole release date. But my thing I'm trying to say, bring up is if I'm gonna be released on June I talked to my mom, I'm not sure, she said yes, but unless she changes her mind. The thing is that I'm trying to bring up is that I got released in 8 months. 8 months to think that I'm doing 4 years for right now. And the prosecutor, the police prosecutor offer was 2.5 years. And
Okay,
I did not
Mr.
accept it.
Mr. Kinsey, we're not going to go back and talk about what the prosecutor offered. What I'm trying to determine from you is when you're all done, when you get released, what are you going to do? Do you need us to talk about a halfway house?
No, I
to go and live?
don't want to deal with no core programs or
Okay.
nothing like that.
All
You guys
right.
get stuck up on a stupid website of an opinion whoever wrote of a 1 minute situation that they think or this. I want to be cut with these stupid court buildings like completely, because I'm doing too much time.
Okay.
Too much time for something I did, like stupid stuff that police arrest me for.
Okay, thank you.
Way too much time I'm doing for these things.
Mr. Kinsey, Mr. Rodriguez, do you have any questions?
No, ma'am.
Mr. Sosakis?
I just have one quick question, sir. Do you think that
Nothing against you guys. I'm nothing against you guys. I just have to express my opinions to you guys so that you guys will somehow help me, because I'm doing for an 8 month that I got released. I'm doing 4 years when I could have done 2.5 to the police prosecutor's offer, and like the judge gives me a year and an extra for the plea bargain that I didn't accept, and they dismissed the stupid bond, the stupid
Sure,
$100 bond amounts. Like,
You've explained those things to us. We heard you, and we're going to take into consideration all the things that you've said. So we're
Yes.
listening. We hear you. Okay. Do you think that you've changed it all since you've been in jail, in prison? Do you think you've changed it all?
just my family members, you know, or like on the outside, nothing happens.
I'm not asking you about your family members. I'm asking about you. You as a person, are you different now than you were when you came to prison? Can you answer
Yes,
that?
I'm perfectly good. I'm good. I'm perfectly good. Not to harass anybody. All these years I've been here, I'm perfectly fine. You know.
Okay.
My
All right.
main objection. Sorry,
Okay.
sir. My
Thank
main
you very much,
objection.
sir.
Sorry,
Okay.
sir. My main objection is to be
Mr.
out of here as
Casey?
soon as I can.
No parole for tape.
Okay.
No parole for tape.
All right, so we're now going to talk about your case. So please listen, but do not interrupt.
Okay, sorry.
Thank you very much. So Mr. Akinci, he has no disciplinary reports to his credit. I think the struggle is that he still requires services and to help him be successful in the community. I'm not sure that we see vendor change in terms of finding him suitable for parole today. He does have a history of this type of behavior with other family members. And I think there's still a little bit more work to be done in the facility. So I do not find him suitable for parole today.
Madam Chair, I would agree as well. I do not find them suitably. They're from basically the same reason. I don't see any offender change at this particular point in time. They probably utilize more programs, but I don't even hear the motivation to be able to do that. So,
And he doesn't really, can't articulate
yeah.
any semblance of a release plan.
Yeah, I agree. Or like the facts of what took place in this case here. It's a difficult struggle to get through, but I agree with what both of you have said.
So in the matter of Furkan E DOC 414-011, there's a motion to deny parole for the following reasons: inadequate evidence of offender change and inadequate release plan. Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Mr. Akinci, we could not vote you to parole today. We need you to work with mental health providers to get yourself in a position to be released in the community with services.
I thought my thing was June 24, 2025, wasn't it?
That was your parole date, yes, but we did not parole you today.
So is there gonna be another date that I'm gonna meet with you guys or something, or?
No, you're all done with us for today. Now you'll have to wait for release from the Department of Corrections.
Oh, okay.
All righty?
This concludes the hearing for Furkan E DOC number 414-011.
Good luck.
Okay.
No parole for tape.
Okay.
No parole for tape.
So,
No parole for tape. None. Mr. Tate is not getting parole because of anger issues. That's what's going on here. No parole.
Okay, it never gets old. If you haven't seen the No Parole for Tate hearing, I'll put a link to it in the description. You know, here's the thing. I think the parole board did him a favor by not granting, because let's be real, he would only get revoked right away. There was nothing there that showed that he won't get revoked, except for not having write-ups. And isn't that interesting? You see someone that comes into the parole hearing that acts a certain way, and you'd almost expect that there would have to be write-ups. How would he not do something that a CEO would not then go and write him up? And I find that to be just absolutely fascinating in its own way. And I'll go through a little bit of his record in a second, but you might be saying, and I don't blame you. That's what my first thought is. There must be something mentally wrong with him. There must be a diagnosis. There must be, and he shouldn't be in prison. He should be in a mental, and maybe he should be. Look, my head's not in the sand, and clearly there's a lot of problems with DOC and you might say mental illness or whatnot. But the parole board did go on about a 15-minute executive break to look into it. I just fast forwarded the executive session for you. And at the tail end of it, we got that hot mic where they're like, I thought that one of them said shouldn't even have to have gone on a break. Because there might have been nothing there. There might have been nothing there in the record. Doesn't mean there's not something wrong, but I'm just saying. And look, he has a history of doing offenses and judges giving him break after break after break. And it got to the point where I believe a judge just said, okay, enough's enough. I mean, we have here February 19, 2016, assault third degree. And it's just a probation with a suspended sentence. Then literally, gosh, like 11 days later, another assault third degree and another suspended sentence. And then they have 8/8/2020, another assault third degree with a suspended sentence. And then finally, June 26, 2021, he has the interference with the officer, and now he's leveled up to an assault second degree. And he got the 4-year sentence, probation 5 years, and now he's serving time. Although what's interesting is that it only shows that he's been incarcerated since May 24, 2023. This parole hearing happened December 11, 2024. So it's like, I guess he's halfway through his sentence. Now, I was convinced when I first saw him because, again, I have like the recordings going on, but I'm not paying attention. I saw the necklaces. I said, oh my God, he's for sure in for the worst kind of crimes, against children. It's a sad truth. It's sad. Those in prison, what we've seen, I'm just sharing data with you. This is nothing to accept data. Okay. Seeing thousands of parole hearings. I think we have only seen one parole hearing where someone came with a necklace that they hadn't done things to children. This would make it the second. So when he was wearing 2 of them, I thought, wow, we have some real bad thing on our hand here. I went into the spreadsheet Sir Richard puts together for all these hearings, and I saw why he doesn't have that. That's not in his jacket. So, again, there's an exception to every rule. And if you are new to this channel, cover many different states, cover Connecticut, which you just saw, Iowa, Vermont, Illinois, and Utah. And then on my second channel, where there's a link in the description, to cover primarily Louisiana. So make sure you do the subscribe thing. And with that, I'll let you go.
So we're listening. We hear you. Okay. Do you think that you've changed at all since you've been in jail, in prison? Do you think you've changed at all?
Just my family members, like I'm outside nothing happens.
I'm not asking you about your family members. I'm asking about you. You as a person, are you different now than you were when you came to prison? Can you answer that?
I'm perfectly good. I'm good. I'm perfectly good. Not harassed anybody. All these years I've been here, I'm perfectly fine.
Okay.
My
right.
main objection. Sorry, sir. My main objection. Sorry, sir. My main objection is to be out of here as soon as I can.
No parole for Tate.
Okay.
No parole for Tate.
You are trash, Lindsay. You are trash.